Hello, Leos of District 3232B2. It's a privilege to join you in this virtual format through your Leo District Schooling and Orientation. My name is Ojas Chitnis, and I have the privilege of serving as your Leo Lion Board Liaison from Washington, D.C., here in the United States, representing each and every one of you on our International Board of Directors when it comes to developing youth policy to increase our youth engagement. Today, I just want to share one overarching lesson that has guided my journey within this organization, but also in my professional and academic life. And that's what they call the golden circle, helping me to prioritize why I do things so I can be a more effective leader for those around me. This is a simple diagram, really. It focuses on the three domains of leadership: what we do, how we do, and why we do it. Together, we do so many things, but one thing that we never really get to is the why. Let me explain that very briefly. The traditional approach to this is to go from the outside in. And we've seen a lot of successful leaders and organizations do this. And it's not just organizations like ours, it's businesses and large corporations that follow these kinds of models as well. A lot of people will go from the outside in. They'll first focus on what they're going to do. When we're starting up a new company, starting up a new organization, when I'm trying to create a movement, I logically I go to what are we going to do? Next, I try to focus on how we're going to do it. But when you use this approach, you very, very rarely get to the why you're doing it. And that truly is the most important part. Why are we doing all of these things? What greater purpose do we serve? And that's why the more effective method is to go from the inside out. And that's what the world's most successful people and organizations do. The most successful leaders, those that are successful in mobilizing movements of people for greater causes, they go from the inside out. So let me explain. First, they focus on why. Why are we doing this? And I think we can tie this back into Alliance International by focusing on, why did this organization get started? There was a group of businessmen in the middle of the United States in 1917, a time of great economic prosperity for the United States. We were just entering World War I, which we were about to win because of the US's financial dominance. However, despite all this prosperity in the US, the most wealth that had ever been accumulated in one nation, there was so much need. In their communities, these businessmen were seeing that there was people going hungry, people dying of curable diseases, people who didn't have anything, despite the US being the richest country on the face of the earth. So what they wanted to do was to make an impact on those people, to help carry everyone forward together. Because although the country was moving forward, this was only benefiting a small portion of the population. What they wanted to do was to help everyone to move forward, to move the society forward together. So how were they going to do that? That was going to be done by local grassroots community service, helping those who had the means to serve, direct it to those in need. And then after that, the what is easy. It's what we need in each of our local communities. Each club, each Lions club that was started up after 1917, they focus on those issues most pressing in their communities. And from this initial why that was started by Melvin Jones on June 6, 1917, we eventually reach into what we're doing today, the what. The 501 million people that we serve every year through projects ranging from cleaning coral reefs to doing cataract surgeries, from feeding the hungry to donating eye hospitals, to donating childhood cancer research facilities, to raising $324.6 million for charitable causes. Because of the why that was started in 1917, the what for us becomes so easy. And that's what we need to do in our clubs, zones, regions, districts, multiple districts, and at an international level when we assume the mantle of leadership. We need to have a good understanding of why we do what we do. Because then once we know that, we can empower others to join us in our mission of how we serve and what we're going to do to make this world a better place. So thank you all so much for allowing me to join you. And I truly just want to emphasize, as we go forward in leadership, as our president reminds us, together we can. Together we can focus on that why, because the why is so important as we go forward and serve a world in need. Thank you all so much, and I hope you have a great rest of the schooling and orientation. Take care.